Hello, this is Sun Tzu for On Gamers, and I'm here with Simon and Isabelle from Viagame, the site that has been running this Hearthstone tournament here at DreamHack. Now, this is your first outing, your first tournament that you're putting on, and you're a very new company. For those of you who aren't familiar with Viagame, we did a text interview with them prior to this event, talking a bit about the company, their strategies, how they view the streaming world. But there has to be a lot of first-time hiccups. So, what has been good about this event so far, and what have you learned from it so far?
What's been good so far is that the actual tournament has run very smoothly. I think that we have gotten a very good production level. I'm very satisfied with all of the production, with the host, with Rachel, with interviews, Archosis, Shanman, that's admirable, and all the people in front of the camera, and also very good support from pro players. It's been really good. So from a production side of view, I think it's been an amazing event, and I think it's been actually one of the best Hearthstone tournaments ever run from production side. So I think it's very good for the esports as a whole, and Hearthstone for becoming a real esports today and in the future, that it's growing so much.
Yeah, there was a little bit of talk between the players about the rules in terms of, because this is partly a BYOC tournament, the deck list changing that was allowed, these rule changes that came in over the course of the event. How have you tackled that? How have you looked at that? And do you think what can you improve in that aspect for future events?
I think when we looked at it from a pure tournament perspective, there's been some invitational Hearthstone tournaments before, which has basically been popular streamers and popular figures in the community that just invite. We really wanted the best of the best to be here at the event. That's why the invitations was based around the skill of the players, not the popularity, and also the possibility to qualify as well. So we aimed for that at the beginning, so we can have the best of the best. So it's a real esports and a real tournament, because that's very important that we let the pros really shine. And you also have to remember, Hearthstone is a new esports. There will always be some changes and hiccups, and I think that we will in the future look at, okay, what will the rules be, how it will become. You have to remember that Hearthstone was released, I think, 3 months ago, officially.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it was in beta before, but 3 months ago. So there will still be something that you need to be fixed, and we're going to look at that in the future tournaments as well.
Okay. Now, the decision to play the tournament on the iPads, it has been also a topic of quite a bit of discussion. How has been from your standpoint, technically managing it, and what has the player feedback been to you?
I've actually only had positive feedback from the players. Initially, we actually asked a lot of players beforehand if it's okay to play on the iPads, and I think that it's been very good. There's still some things, because if you usually play with a mouse and keyboard, yeah, it feels different. iPad, you drag and everything, so that's why you've seen a bit of a changes, slower, and people are very accurate with their moves, yeah, that you can see, and I think it's a bit charming as well. But overall positive, and I think it will become a thing in the future, because this is a game that is going to be launched on other devices as well in the future. So if we're the first tournament, I think there will be more tournaments doing the same.
Okay. Now, a big question that a lot of people have been wondering about is, we can't actually see the stream numbers. I know you told us that you'll be releasing them later on this week, I think. Yeah. So what kind of reception has been? Have you been happy with the numbers that you've been seeing?
Yeah, we've definitely been really happy with the numbers. It's more than we would have expected since we're a new platform. So we're really happy. We're getting a lot of feedback from the community. One of the things being the counts. We're working on also implementing the feature for actually having a view count in the player, which we don't have at this beta stage. But we'll release the numbers later this week, and we think they're going to be really good.
Okay, cool. Another thing that's been up for discussion a bit is the fact that for much of the group stages, we couldn't see half the games. You changed that up for Group C and D, I believe, for the second day. What do you think, what was the idea going in there, and how do you think, do you think that the improvements for Group C and Group D, did they work out as you had hoped?
I think it's a question for...
Yeah, I think it's... if you look at other tournaments which have the same group system, you usually have several streams. In games like StarCraft, for instance, you have one stream covering the main, and then you have a secondary stream. That's one way to look at it. We didn't have an option this tournament, unfortunately. So that's the reason why you saw the first day not every match was played. So we did some changes to have as many matches as possible being played. So that was pretty much the reason. But I think we'll broadcast a lot of games now, and we're going to broadcast the whole event moving forward as well.
Okay. We're going to head off to the Dream Arena for the finals. This has been Sun Tzu for On Gamers, and we'll see you later.